Here's why Trump boycotted the G20 summit in South Africa: climate change. And let me tell you why. Get this, in 2017, during the Trump administration, a supervisor at the Department of Energy (DOD) International Climate Office explicitly told staff to avoid using phrases like climate change, emissions reduction, or Paris Agreement. Since then, climate change became a taboo in the US, and the media followed suit and self-centered. Guess what was top of mind this year at the world leaders at the G20 summit? Yep, you guessed it. 95% of the official G20 members countries' first thing they addressed or speeches was climate change. The other five addressed the three major wars in the world: one, invasion of Russia and Ukraine, Gaza, and Sudan. Yes, I was also baffled at the less interest in mitigating wars and reinstating dignity in civilians' lives. Rather, the hot topic was climate change. Well, because of the industrial consequences that go hand in hand with it. Let me know if you want me to do a video on how climate change affects the economy and who stands to lose the most and why. Otherwise, back to the topic. So why would the US be at the center of a climate change discussion, you ask? Well, the US is the largest contributor of global carbon emissions with a 20% with the piece of the pie. With a 617 million population making up 7.7%, compared to Africa, a continent that has 1.5 billion, about 18%, double the US, yet Africa contributes only 4% to global emissions. Now let that sink in. Now, South Africa is an underdog, and it invited underdogs to come to the world stage and discuss issues that affect all of them. America was like, no, a lion does not listen to the opinion of sheep. It was not Trump's relationship with Musk or AfriForum that the US president didn't go to the G20. It was not the alleged white farmer killings in South Africa, no. It was not none of that. The G20 was established after World War II to facilitate multilateral international relations among countries in the world, to foster agreements, rules to ensure that wars do not erupt again, as long as rules are followed. The G20 is a systematic organization put in place to foster equality and fair trade per capita initiatives, financial tools, and access to funding. Guess who is not playing the sandbox with other kids? The US continues to raise tariffs to inconsiderable amounts. Canada's tariffs have increased from 35% to 45% to date, a very loud and clear disregard of multilateral agreements mandated by the G20 organizations. And of course, Trump announced that the next G20 summit will be at his Doral Miami resort. Take a listen.